last question before I let you go. You guys were there at the Source Awards when Suge got on stage and was like, for all y'all artists who don't want the CEO all up in your videos dancing, come to death row. And that set off a chain of events, I feel, that a few months later, Hit 'Em Up drops, and then Vibe called it the East-West War. And I remember when I interviewed Tretch, and he blamed Vibe for that whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
He said people weren't talking about East Coast, West Coast beef, until Vibe coined it.
When you got that motherfucking Vibe magazine, right? Where you see Big and Puff on the cover, East versus West. When I saw that fucking cover, I said, man, what the fuck is going on? Gangsters don't read articles. Niggas on the East Coast like, yo, it's on. Wait till them West Coast niggas come out here. West Coast like, oh, it's on. Wait till them East Coast niggas come out here. So it baited up a whole shit that fucking went down that had just so many cycles of all Biggie followers and riders, all Pac riders, motherfuckers that they didn't even know neither one of them, gangster ass motherfuckers. It could have really turned into a motherfucking East Coast, West Coast war.
Right. And then Tupac gets killed. And then the day after you guys squashed the beef with Biggie, Biggie gets killed. And being in the middle of all that, and it's not like anyone dissed Wu-Tang, it ain't like anyone dissed Raekwon, but you guys were in the middle of it, and you guys saw the moment that it all set off. When you look at that particular night and the chain of events that happened afterwards, what are your thoughts on it?
We was definitely, feeling like at the end of the day, it's being thrown out of proportion now. It's starting to make it seem like it's like this with each side, with East Coast and West Coast, when in all reality, East Coast and West Coast ain't had nothing to do with it. This is a situation that has something to do with, two crews, two rival teams. We know Puff and them was creaming them back then. And Death Row, at that time they was doing they shit. So you know how it go. It's like you go to a new city. Nigga might know you a New York nigga, or may know you Atlanta nigga, or may know you a West Coast nigga, but that shit probably ain't gonna get you by over here like that. You get what I'm saying? So it just was something that got blown out of proportion due to media on how they was carrying it, because they realized, yo, these niggas is on the West Coast doing a thing. They win. It's a great story. Who don't like a fucking great story? And then you got people that feed into shit. We fed right into it. You know what I mean? It's like if we go to a fucking club together, the whole Wu, everybody got this thing like, yo, we fucking imbeciles. You know what I mean? Yo, them niggas is gonna jump on your back and bite you in the neck and this and that. And then when they get to meet us, it's like, damn, y'all some real respectable, loving guys. But it's the image. So to me, the image was taken out of proportion and made it be this and made it be that, instead of it actually really being that situation. Because I don't recall back then a lot of people from the West Coast having problems with brothers on the East Coast and vice versa. We would have knew about it. It wasn't that. It was just a quest for power.
Right, because Wu-Tang members were showing up on Tupac's All Eyes on Me.
See? You see what I'm
saying? Method Man was on it. Was Inspector Deck on All Eyes on Me? Or maybe there was a verse or something that was not used.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that he had that Deck had threw a missile and I guess something happened or whatever, didn't make the cut. But yeah, we never, us personally, we never had an issue with those brothers. And, like I said, we were all young. You got to remember, it was a lot of youngsters, including ourselves, when we came in the game that was getting they come up on, that came from the same cloth that we came from. So that was our way of getting to know each other. It's based on respect. You know what I'm saying? Suge said what he said, and no matter how much we might have been feeling like it was tension with Bad Boy, the tension went from we don't even got no problems with Bad Boy now. Like, yo, why is this guy right here trying to create something? But we never judged it. It's not our business. We don't know what's going on. They not bringing that shit over here. We gonna keep quiet. But we did feel like, yo, the media twisted this shit up into be something else. You know what I mean? Suge said what he said. He got up there. He said it. Oh shit. He went at Puff. You know, Puff came back with the gentleman conversation. And they dealt with it however they wanted to deal with it. We didn't have nothing to deal with that. We didn't have nothing to do with that. You understand what I'm saying? But when you start making it an East Coast, West Coast thing, this is where now it becomes a issue to a degree, a small issue. But we always felt like we wasn't a part of it because we had respect from Death Row. We had respect from Bad Boy. Like I said, it was just a competitive sport back in the 90s that had everybody going bonkers, my nigga. Everybody was just bonkers.